Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder. Thank you for being here. For those that come every week, I really appreciate you. And for if you're new, please check out all my videos. I have hundreds out there, and I would love for you to see which ones you like the best. Today, we are going to be making this card, and what's cool is that it folds up to be mailed, but it is like a 3D card. So it's really fun. That is I will be showing you a sneak peek later on a card that I am doing for the besties. So if you want to sign up, you have until no, I think we're done. I was going to say, but every month we do something special. So if you like what I show you in the sneak peek, make sure that you sign up for the Besties Club. And if you go to my blog, there is a link going there. So I'm going to go ahead and flip you down and just hold on to your hats here. We had already cut for the besties and I almost forgot. I think Pat would have had to shoot me or something. Okay. Boy, my table looks a little dirty. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be making this card. And I think this is too far up. Hold on one second. I want to bring it back just a little because I don't want to be stretching because my shoulders start to hurt. And that would be bad. There, much better. Okay, so hey Lola and Teresa and Pat and Valerie. I wanted to show, especially for Lola, what we did last week because I'm hoping that she might want to come. So this is a frame we're doing at the senior center here in Kernersville. I have to add the stars still, but it is $30. All you have to do is bring your adhesive, of course, or you can buy some, and a frame for it to go in. It's a 12 by 12. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you guys can do this. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's December 1st at 10 a.m., but you have to sign up before the 14th. Okay, of this month. Well, obviously, huh? Okay, so let's get started. I want to thank Jan Musselman. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She is the one that I saw this card for, and I did change it up a little bit, but mostly it's hers. So I wanted to show you how to make it. Hers did not open up, so mine is going to. All right. Is the picture looking okay? Is it blurry at all? Do I need to raise the camera at all to give you more room, or being this close, is that nice? Just let me know. All right. All right, so we have this piece of paper. It is white. Let me bring this down. And you're going to, all the measurements are on my blog, tedderbearstamping.com. And hey, Hindi. And if you go there and sign up, I will be sending this out probably in a week or two because it's Christmas and I want to make sure that those that want to do a Christmas card can do it. All right. But I will tell you that when you go to do this, make sure your short edge is at the top. And I'm going to start with this side, the right side. And if anybody buys from me the Simply Scored, do you see these beautiful markers here? My son makes them for me, so I will give you some because I think you only get 3 or 4 with Stampin' Up. And so I will go ahead and have him print them out for me, and you can get that. So you can do like this and have 8 on there at one time. So the measurements, let me just tell you real quick. I started on this end because the 3/8 inch is really hard. So it's 3/8, 7/8, 1 3/8, 1 7/8, 2 7/8, 3 3/8, 3 7/8, and 4 3/8. So what I'm going to do, because I don't like doing it on that side, I'm just going to flip it and do it again on the other side, because that just makes it easier for me. I have a hard time. If you're left-handed, you might want to do it the other way. Okay. All right, so it's all going to be mountain folds. So you're going to go ahead and just fold them all, going the same direction towards the middle. It doesn't matter, they're all the same. And we will just use our foam folder to make sure that the edges are nice and crisp. Now, for those of you that watched last week, I did something different. I fast forwarded through a lot of it for that frame because it was a lot of not die cutting, but a lot of gluing, and it just was easier if I fast forwarded it. And then it was so quiet, I didn't want it to be quiet, so I added music. And if you don't know, when you put music, you have to pay royalties, or you can use one that is free. So all the Christmas music they had was instrumental, and it sounded really bad. And this one at least had like sound, and I somewhat liked it. So hopefully it didn't turn you off. I did hear for one person they didn't like it. So I would love to hear back from you. Would you rather it be quiet, totally silent, or would you rather me like find the free music to put on there? Okay, so I am going to first okay, now all the folds are mounted, and that's how you want it to be, where they're all facing up. And you're going to put tear and tape right on both of these back edges. Just the two end pieces. It's a little scary, I know, because it's a lot of folds. But I think that once you watch it being done, it is super easy. All right. Music, okay. Lots of bees. Oh, what do you mean by lots of bees? I'm confused. All right. So we're going to take this one off. You're going to fold it to where the tape is on the top and you have the second fold, like you just see one panel. You're going to go ahead and fold it over and put it into the middle. And then we have a box. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Let me go this way because I can get it on this side. I was really worried when I first started this. All right, and then fold it over again. Now this time you're going to want to just kind of flatten this one to get it out of your way. It's not going to matter, but then you have two boxes, and you've done it right if they are the same size and the same. Oh, 8. Yes, a lot of 8s. Sorry, it looked like bees to me. All right, so now you have your box. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. So that wasn't too hard, right? Okay, so we're going to have our card where it's opening this way. I kind of wish that I could have done it the other way, but you know, where it's opening this way, but we're going to work with it. All right, so this is from the Horse and Sleigh DSP, and that's the set we're going to be using today. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And this is going to go, I want to make sure nothing is hanging over the edges. This is going to go right at the top, and it's going to fit no border because we're making a scenery. Make sure your scenery is going up though, because that would be bad if it's upside down, and then I don't know what we would do. Okay. So what you're going to do eventually is you're going to put tear and tape here and tear and tape here, where you have this opening here. So you want your slit to be up. On the other side, it's just plain. So you don't have to worry about that, but you will put it right there. That's why we didn't put the DSP all the way down because that's just a waste of DSP. So it's going to go on right like that. Okay, so we're going to set both of these aside. I die cut 2 snow hills, and let me show you what I used for that. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. This is the Gorgeously Made dies. This was not made to make snow, but I thought it kind of looked like it could be snow. So I used this. I love this. I haven't used it yet, but I just love the idea of being able to tear it. So this is what I used. There are snow ones that you can use, but I really like the jagged parts. All right. Just don't let me forget, Pat, remind me to show a sneak peek of the thing we're doing at Besties so people know. All right. So let's go here. This is going to go right along this right here. So it's going to look like snow. I want to make sure I'm not doing anything too fast because you know me, I tend to miss a step. Let me double check. That would be so bad. All right. Whew. Okay. Nope, that's right. Just gotta make sure, people. All right. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, it's just gonna have to do. I'm a little bit not as far over here, but it'll be fine. All right. Now we're gonna do a little bit of stamping. We're gonna save this one for later. So everything gets put aside. All right. So we are going to stamp the sleigh, which you know I really like. And I'm going to grab a new memento because this one I forgot to re-ink. Okay. So did I talk you into it, Lola? Because I really want to see you. All right. So we're going to go just stamp this. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for coming. Don't worry about that. It will be die cut off. Plus, I got another one already done, but I wanted to show you guys that. All right, and then also, if you want in a class, you could die cut this already, but I'm not going to do that. And you can stamp it. If you have a black background, like put a mat or something underneath, you can stamp these in classes and it will line up. But let me get the scrap. Here it is. And I'm not going to use the whole piece because we had to cut it down anyway, but we're going to stamp this. And I have a little tip for you. All right, so we're going to use, oh, okay. I really wanted to see you, so I'm sorry you're going to miss it. All right, so this is Old Olive. And we have, or I have, if I can find where I put it, because everything was sitting right here. Oh, it's up here. All right. So if you have ever seen these, they're called blender pens. I know that it's a little distracting, have a blend, you know, blends and blender pen, but this is a blender pen. It's like an eraser, or you can use it to pick up colors that you want to color with, but you just clean it and twirl it as you're cleaning it. I'm going to go ahead and use the other side because I think it might be cleaner. And I'm just going down the middle to pick up that green that's in the bark. Then I'm going to come in with Early Espresso, and I'm just going to do the trunk. That's the word I was looking for. Okay. I'm going to huff on it just to make sure I get it. And then it doesn't matter if it's hanging off because like I said, we had to cut it anyway. Okay, so we have that. And then because the bark does, or the trunk doesn't look quite right, we are going to come in with a crumb cake the light blend. And I'm only doing one side because I think it looks kind of good having the other side be a lighter color. Okay, so we would die cut that. And this is what we got. And then we're going to color this. And I just wanted to show you a new way because some people don't like to color. So I'm going to show you a way to get past that. First, we're going to use the dark smoky slate, and I'm going to use the brush tip and just go along carefully because you don't want to damage your tip. Don't press down because it will break or bend and then you won't get it back. All right, so I'm just doing dark there because I like that. Then I'm going to come in with the light, and I'm just going to try to not make too big of a thing on the edges. For some reason, it's easier to turn the picture. Okay, and I have to do it for the horse too, but I kind of want to do this before it dries. We're going to take the color lifter, and I'm going to use the fine tip, and I'm going to not go all the way to the edge. I don't know that you can tell, but just go from right near where it ends and pull it towards the middle. This will just make it fade out a little bit, so it's not so sharp. So we're just going to do that all the way around. And the more you do it, the more hazy it looks. Can you tell? It looks a little hazy. Kind of cool, huh? Okay. Then we're going to come in to the horse, and I am going to use the dark on certain parts. Just on the part that his tack, I think that's what you'd call it. I had a horse for all of 3 months. You would think that I would know what it's called, but nope. All right. Then I'm going to take the light, and I'm just going to color his mane because I don't really want a lot of color on this, and his ears. And then I'm going to follow the lines that they have here just to end down here at the bottom and go along his leg. This is all the coloring we're going to do, is just tiny little spots. And then we're going to come in with the color lifter and do the same thing that we did before. Because we want this to be a fast Christmas card. Thanks, guys. So we're just dragging it like we did before, not going all the way to the edge because I still want that to be more defined, but I just want to bring it towards the middle. And I'm not doing the top or anything. I'm just doing the bottom. Whoops, I'm sorry if I'm shaking you. And if you see spots that aren't getting wispy, go back over them. There. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? All right. Now, okay, you know when I usually come, I have a lot of tools. This is all I'm using today is these 4. These 2 you get on their own, and I'm just using the real red, the dark, because I really like the way it looks. It's not as pink. Now, you're going to look at the picture and see what do you think might be white, like, because, you know, they have fluffies on their clothes. Is that like fur? That's the word. Fluffies. Okay. And I think her collar would be fur. So we're just going to do down here and leave the other white. I just want to make sure I get close. Her gloves would be red. I mean white, sorry. As I tell Pat when we're working, don't listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Think of what's in my head. Okay. And then I'm thinking that these are part of the blanket, and that's what I'm doing. They're just folds in the blanket, and these. Now this could be a muff. Somebody said that that's a muff and you could make it white, but I didn't. All right, I'm going to use the dark smoky slate for the pillows. Now, if I was in this sleigh, it would have to have like a heater down here, and then I would be happy. Okay, now you can die cut these pieces. Oh, here's the other one. And I need to poke these out. So let's get this. This is with the rose gold paper, which I just love. All right, make sure I get them all out. But first I'm going to die cut this piece, which I'm not really. I'm just going to wipe it on over there and bring it in right here. Okay, so now we are going to put this on here, which makes it look very festive, don't you think? And I'm going to use my liquid glue. It's almost out, and for some odd reason, when it's almost out, it really starts gushing. So I might have to go get another one if it won't give me teeny tiny drops. So I just want little micro dots. Oh, let me shake it down. Oh, see, that's a little bit much. Okay. All right, let me grab my tweezers so I can flip it around and put it here. Whoop. Obviously, I'm trying to line it up. Hold on. There we go. Okay, and then we have this piece that goes up here, and it doesn't fit it perfectly, but it still adds that little bit of elegance. We are only making this one card, but I am willing to give one of these cards away to a winner today. Let me slide this off to grab it. Okay. You got to try not to, whoa. You got to try not to get the glue on top because it does make it not look so good. And I got a little bit there, but I still think it looks pretty. Okay. Put that away for just now. So that's not a lot of coloring. And that horse is really cute. I really like it. I never did. Hey, Gail, how are you? Glad you could make it. All right. So now we're going to bring back in our card. We are going to put this aside, and we have our tree. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put the tear-in tape on both of the ends, making sure that, when we put it on, that slit is facing up. Now you could do a couple, which I might. I should have done it at one side so that I could add. Well, maybe I'll do it on this one. And this one will be the one that attaches to the front because I'm making it more sturdy. All right, before I add in the second layer, let's take this one off. Well, usually if you start it on the edge, you'll find where it comes off, but I must not have. Okay, I'm going to fold it and really burnish it because it doesn't want to come up. Okay, that's much better. And if you go over the side, just bend it. All right, so this is the side that's going to go up against the card. So we want to make sure it's extra, extra strong. Thanks, Hindi. All right. All right, let's see. My hands would work properly. Okay, so we have it like that. We're going to go ahead and I fold it up and bring this right to the edge here. That way I know I've got it at the bottom. And then make sure you crease it. Okay, so now we have that where it stands up on its own, and it will stand up on its own even if it's not a full card. That's what's so cool. All right, so we're going to take this off. So on the description, I have links to my blog and links to buy this set, the bundle. So I'm going to lay this down again and put this on so we get it straight. All right. This is what's so nice about this card is that it will fold up into an envelope. So now we're going to put this on here. Whoops. My tape fell. Okay. So I'm just going to use a lot of this, and then I'll probably use some glue dots to get this on. Oops. Ha. Gail, or Pat, you didn't tell me. You can't go all the way up because then, like she's my boss here. You can't go all the way up because it'll only go up to here. But we will just fold it down. It's kind of useful to do that. All right. And then this is going to go. I had a little smudge right here, so I'm going to cover that up with his hoof. There's always a fix. Okay, let's see if I got any. Oh, I folded it back perfect. All right, so now we have the sleigh on the front. Now we have our tree, and I die cut this bare tree, bare branches, and I'm going to bring it in here. So, well, let's see. Well, yeah. So if I make a mess, we're still okay. I am going, because it's a snowy scene, I'm going to use a white gel pen, and where all the snow meets in the crevices, you know how you see trees. For those that live here or live in cold areas, you know that it all collects. So we're just going to have it all collect in the little things because I like it. This kind of stuff makes me happy. Now, it doesn't have to be in every single crevice here, but I'm going to put it in most of them. All right. So let's see if I hold it up, if you can see. See how cool that is? All right. Now, because it's snow, we need to wink of Stella it. I told you, it's the little things that make me happy. And I'm just going to do it over the white. And it's going to be just a teeny bit, but that little bit's going to show. Oh, I didn't put any up there. I think I might have to because that branch looks a little naked. Can't have that. There we go. Let me add one wink of Stella there. Okay. You could put wink of Stella, excuse me. Let me move this. You could put wink of Stella on your snowdrifts. That would be really pretty. But this kind of looks like these trees, doesn't it? So I'm going to put this right down here so that it's in the back. Let me put the lid on this. Now this is going to be the scary part is getting small little glue dots on this without going over. Oh, good, nice small dots. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it over. I know I'm going to probably get some on my, and I'm just going to put it here to the side. See, these trees had it. First I saw it. Oh, see now what happened? Let's see if I can line it back up. Don't lift it up until it's stuck. Okay, there we go. That just adds a little bit. Now we're going to take that tape again. I did pick it up. Where did I? Oh, right here. And we're going to put inside this, we're going to put one on this side and one on the other side. But we're only going to take off one right now. Okay. Isn't this nice that it's all like, you can't hurt it. It all lays flat. Okay. So we're going to bring in our tree that we die cut right here. But we want to make sure, now this is where I went wrong the other day, is when it's closed and folded up, you don't want it, like I put it in so that it came up to here. I thought, oh, that's really pretty. But then when you close it, it hung off. So you have to cut off part of the trunk and put it so that it will hopefully, and I don't want to close it yet, but hopefully make it to where it will not go over. We're going to hope. So cross your fingers. I took off the other side. We're going to go ahead and put these two together. So now, whoops, don't want to do that. Okay. So now you have your scene. Let's make sure it went over just a tad, but I think it should be okay. All right. Now, do you see how this is very flimsy? I don't like that. So in our kits, the stamps, the photopolymer comes on these, and then you put them on your case. So at the bottom, and then this you can keep or throw away. Well, I like to keep them so that I can use them and not have to buy extra. So I'm just going to do a 3/8 of an inch. Cut it. So I have this. Whoops. And I'm going to kind of slide it in here. See where it comes up to the tree, and then I'm going to cut it off at the top. I know you can't even, you can see it a little bit right there. Well, you have mountains near you, don't you, Haiti, that you can go to? Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to, once again, put a thing of glue just along the spine of where the tree, this is really almost gone, like up the side, and then we're going to put this right over top. Put it in a little bit so it gives it some stability. And now this will give it, and it's see-through, so you can't, even if you see it on the other side, you can't see it. But look at how much more that's like not as wispy. Okay, so there's the front. What do you think so far? Pretty good, huh? I love it. All right, now we're going to do the inside. Let's bring in. Now for my sample, I had a different color and I realized that I didn't have any of that color on the card. So this time I'm going to have red be the background. All right, let me close this again. We are going to stamp the sentiment, and this is all out of this set. Now, for you to know that this one's available. It's another one that I was using that we have the new stuff coming out on the online exclusives, and that is going to go live on the 7th of this month. So make sure you come back and look. So we got, I'm turning it over because you'll see why. I forgot. Normally you would do it in this center, but we're putting that right there. We're going to color this again and put it on that side. And let me clean it first so I don't get brown on my red. It's almost like peanut butter in my chocolate. Okay. Hindi, you are my biggest cheerleader. I love it. Once again, we're going to come in with the blender and the blend. And we're just going to erase that. And then I turned the top, and if you look, this is how much I pulled off. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so that's good. Well, hold on. Because it's not going to get the whole tree, I don't think. Nope. All right, and come in with the brown again. Where did I put it? I see the grays. Ah, here it is. It was hidden. Oops, you know what I forgot? I forgot to do the marker. That's why it doesn't look right. Let's start all over. We're going to get us another piece. You guys get to watch it all over again. Aren't you lucky? See, Hindi, you think that I do an awesome job, but I don't. I make mistakes. All right, let's try this again. My goodness. Third time's the charm. Since I didn't use the marker, I can go ahead and ink this out. Oh my gosh, Hindi, that would be so much fun. You could do a road trip. Get your husband to drive you out here. All right. We're going to try this again. My goodness. I'll clean it off later. It does look so much better when you do the marker. It looked a little dull. All right. Bring in, where did I put the piece that I just stamped? Oh, it's right here. Goodness. I'm going to go ahead and put this underneath so I don't have to bring in that whole paper. Oh, so much better. Okay, now the brown will look better because it has a trunk. Okay, so we will turn this over and put it on the red. And then I'll show you them both and you can tell me whether or not you like it with the red. Oh, so pretty. All right. Bring in our card. If I cut things right, if I line up the top right, it will be good. Okay, so there you go. You could, you know what I just thought of? What would be pretty is putting Wink of Stella on their white here to kind of highlight it from their faces. You could go in and add the ivory to their faces, but I think it's fine. All right, so there we have that one. Let me show you this one. And then I had one more that I did. Oh, right here. That has this other paper that it looks like it's a really big snowstorm because you could barely see the trees. And I added bling. Now I could add bling to these, but I almost think with this background, it looks so much better. And what do you think? Whoops. I think I like the red. I think it pops more and it's more Christmassy. Okay, so Pat, go ahead and start to put like the drawing, and I'm going to show them the sneak peek of the besties. Just remember, this is what I do for the besties, is that I usually make stuff that is super like awesome. And where did I put it? I got you all wound up. Now let me find it. Oh, it was on the floor. Okay, are you ready? All right. Okay, so this is for the besties for this month. And it's the same. We have the 3 wise men. We cut away the sheep on these 2. We have 2 more sheep over here, the camel. I want to add stars to this because that would be perfect. And then this one is like where you just have the back. So it's not, isn't that cute? So pretty. I mean, there's so many more I want to show you, but these are exclusive to the besties, so I can't. But I just wanted to show you this one because it folds up, goes flat as can be to go into a card, and then goes out. And then think about having this on your mantle. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay. Let me turn you back around so I can talk to you. All right. Am I in? Yes. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I am going to keep looking to see who won, but make sure, boy, I am like there. Okay. Thank you again for coming. And next week, I am going to do a card that we just did this last week with somebody like walking me through it. And it was much easier than I thought, but I have been so scared to do it because it looks so hard. It's one of those waterfall cards that when you pull it and they flip, so easy and so beautiful. So that's next week. So make sure you tune in. And if you place an order with me that's $35 or more, you can get 16 PDF project with pictures that's exclusive for those that order from me, not the ones that I put out on my blog. So let's see. Pat, have you got? Oh, who won? I missed it. Oh, Haiti. Haiti. Yay. So you get this card, and I'm just going to give it to you in person on Saturday. All right, girls. Thank you so much for being here. I have to look away to turn this off. So I will see you next time. Thank you.